For the last several days, we have been tied to the dock in Western Samoa, getting Hannah, our new crewmate, settled on board, checking chores off our list, and exploring the natural beauty and rich culture that surrounded us. But with the boat all stocked up on fresh produce from the local market, and all checked out of customs, it was finally time for us to introduce Hannah to sailing.
Let's go south.
Morning.
Tonga.
Tonga! Morning.
Good morning.
Are you ready to go to Tonga?
I think so.
What time is it?
6:15.
Alright, we're running late. We better get going.
I'm running late and it's only 6:15.
So one of the things that's going to be a challenge for us while we are 3 people on board is water, because as you guys know, our water broker, it's early, the water maker broke. So we're just topping off our tanks now before we shove off the dock and get going.
Okay, I think we're all set.
We're all set?
Everyone ready? Anyone need anything else
I
done?
think so. I'm as ready as you.
What are you most nervous about?
I'm nervous that I'm not going to feel well. That's probably it. But
Okay.
if I feel good, then I'm not really nervous about anything else.
You're gonna feel great.
Yeah. That sounds sarcastic.
Hey guys, so one of the things that Hannah was really worried about was getting seasick, and seasickness is just one of the challenges we face out here while sailing around the world. But something we don't talk about too often is mental health, and that's why I'm happy to say that this week's video sponsor is BetterHelp. I personally started using BetterHelp a few years ago after my mom passed away, and it's been super beneficial for me to talk to someone outside of my immediate friend circle who can provide me with a fresh new perspective on things. I chose BetterHelp because it's an online platform that I can access from anywhere, even conveniently here on the boat. If you're interested, it's really easy to get started. Just check out betterhelp.com/sailing1life for the discounts. You'll be prompted to answer a few questions, and then usually in about 48 hours, you'll be matched with a therapist. And one of the things I really like about it is I'm able to talk to my therapist on the phone, with a video chat, or even on messaging. So anyway, check it out. And now let's get back to this video and see if Hannah gets seasick. What do you guys think?
I'm just excited till we get out and we turn the engine off and we're actually sailing.
Okay.
Once the sails are up. Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. GPS speed, so that's how fast we're moving relative to land. Water speed is how fast we're moving through the water. They're not the same, because say they're...
While we motored out of Apia Harbor, Gary explained what our electronics do, how we use them to sail and navigate, and the importance of the wind gauge, the angle of the winds, and the difference between true wind and apparent wind speed. This is a lot to comprehend, and we don't expect Hannah to absorb it all, but there is one piece that is crucial. The most important rule, just do not fall off the boat. We wear our life jackets anytime we leave the cockpit outside of coastal waters, and we have many safety devices on board, including personal PLBs in our life jackets, tethers for when we go out on deck, an EPIRB, SSB and VHF radios, life raft, and ditch bag, and it's crucial that Hannah knows how to use them all. Do you have any questions, Hannah?
Not yet. No, I'm just absorbing everything I've just heard. So
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll come.
What we call our first reef point, which is our first point of reducing how much is up.
Now that the basics were out of the way, it was time to get the sails out. Since it's Hannah's first time sailing, she is just observing and taking it all in. All right, well, we just put the sails up and we turned the corner from Samoa. So Samoa's fading away in the background, and the open ocean is now in front of us. First thoughts, Hannah?
I don't have any thoughts right now. Yeah. No, it's good. It's cool. It's nice not having the motor running. It's nice and quiet. So, yeah, I'm just getting used to leaning this way.
The sail from Samoa to Tonga is 180 miles of open ocean sailing in the South Pacific, not one to be taken lightly even by experienced sailors, and certainly a massive passage for someone with no experience. We pulled out our head sail to start, but we quickly realized that we were too overpowered, so we brought that in and we put out our staysail. So we have about 20 knots of apparent wind, and the sea state's really turned up. We probably have like 3-meter seas, and of course the swell's coming right in front of us, which doesn't make for a comfortable ride. Not ideal for Hannah's first sail, that's for sure.
But I'm not sick yet.
She's not
I'm not sick yet. I say yet. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah.
It's pretty bad, huh?
Pretty bad, yeah.
Oh no.
Still recovering. It's fine. Maybe the next one will go better.
We've been sailing along for like, what, I don't know, most of the day now, and it's been okay. It's been a little sporty out, but yeah, it's not too pleasant downstairs right now. Hannah just found out she went to use the bathroom, and the motion down there is a lot. But we're making our way. More, yep. More. One more wrap on. Good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reef in the main, put a reef in the main for the mate, just in case it does. I mean, right now it's fine, but if this squall turns into anything, we want to be ready for it.
Give me a throttle.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Turning into the wind. In these conditions, even the saltiest of sailors sometimes feel squishy. Hannah not taking motion sickness pills before setting sail was a conscious choice, as she wanted to see how she would do without them. But once seasickness sets in, it's too late for medicine, and for now, her best option was to stay hydrated and keep her eyes on the horizon. Okay, well, it's Hannah's first night at sea, and the conditions aren't great, but we're settling into our night watches. Since this is her first time out on open ocean and sailing and everything, she's basically just kind of like watching us and seeing what we do. So Gary and I are maintaining our 4-hour watches 24/7 like we normally would, and then she's doing 4 hours but staggered with both of us. So she'll do 2 hours with me and 2 hours with Gary. And it's a bit cloudy, so we can't really see the stars, but maybe it'll clear up overnight. So, anyway, we're just gonna get settled in and hopefully have a quiet night.
I'm gonna doze. I've got 2 more hours before my watch starts, so
Yeah, you got time to sleep?
Yeah.
And Gary just went down below to sleep, so I'm gonna turn off this red light and just watch the dark horizon. Good night.
Morning, still a pretty sporty sail. We've had 15 to 20 knots on the beam pretty much the entire time. So we've been switching between the staysail and a deeply reefed Genoa just to try to not be overpowered but keep making about 6 knots, because if we're not making 6 knots, we're not making it to our destination tonight, and we'll have to heave to and spend the night waiting outside the reef before we go into Niu Tapu Tapu, which is our first destination in Tonga. But yeah, Hannah's down below sleeping. Finally convinced her to go down and try to sleep down there, and she passed right out, so that's good. And Brooke's pretty tired. She needs to get some sleep, so I'm on watch now, and she can hopefully get some rest up here in the cockpit. It's quite noisy down below as we're bashing into pretty big waves, but overall it's going fine.
After a few naps and the sea state starting to calm, we all found our place in the cockpit, settled in, and with not much to do, we just sat and watched the waves pass us by. Just 32 hours after our departure from Samoa, we successfully arrived in Tonga. The island here is protected by shallow reef, and much of it is uncharted, so we approached carefully, keeping our eyes on the lookout for coral heads, and we dropped our anchor near the 2 other boats.
Well, we made it.
I mean, yes.
You
I survived. The touch and go there for a minute. A little bit green in the face, but I survived.
The easiest thing to do would be a square knot, which you might know or have heard of already.
Yeah.
And then you can tighten that part.
I
mean, it is one of my favorite things to do, so I want you to have the pleasure of doing it. It's my favorite thing because it means we're in a new country.
Yeah.
It's not very often we get to do this, only a couple times a year.
That's pretty
This
special.
will be the thing though, if I know how to undo these clips. Here we go. Look at it go! Woo! You
did it! You survived! You survived! Well, so the real question, are you going to leave here on the boat, or
are you staying on this island?
staying on the island?
Your options are live on this island or
I
sail
mean,
away.
it looks really nice. It honestly, it looks tropical. Yeah, no, once I got on the island, there's no way to get home from there though, so I guess I'm leaving on the boat.
With our Q flag hoisted, our sails and lines put away, it was time to enjoy a One Life tradition with Hannah, passage drinks. Sharing this journey with Hannah has been such a delightful experience. Even though she faced seasickness and a few challenging moments, her resilience shone through. Having her on board pushes us outside our normal as well, and we're excited to embrace the adventure together during the next month or so as she joins us all the way to New Zealand. Niu Tapu Tapu, Niu Tapu Tapu. Hello, hello, this is Sailing One Life. So this morning we're here in Tonga. We had a really good night's sleep and we're trying to check into the island. So the Customs and Immigration Office does not have a VHF, but there is a woman that lives on the island that apparently does. So I'm trying to get in touch with her to see if we can go to shore or if the customs officers are going to come out here, what the deal is. We're just waiting around now, but we don't want to leave the boats until we know what the process is.
So you can grab that one, pop it out. Back together again now. Hi.
Hi.
They will come at 2.
At
They're
2.
going to come out.
At 2 Tongan time.
2 Tongan time, okay.
What's Tongan time?
She
Anytime.
says 2. I don't know what time that is for us, but
We go there, they come out on boats.
no, we need to get
We
there.
go there.
Want to give it a go?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Hannah's first driving lesson, driving her car.
That way to go that way, and you pull towards you to go that way.
Ooh.
So you can put it in gear now, and then you can get a feel for it with the
So-
step side.
That's forward. Okay.
Put it in reverse.
Okay. Well, wait, okay, so if I go this way, then I'm trying to go.
And don't know anything that you're doing.
All right, well, apparently the process here in Nua Tapu Tapu is that the customs agents come out to you. And so it's one of the boats here. So there's 3 of us that arrived yesterday, and the one boat went to pick them up just a few minutes ago. And it looks like they're done at their boat, and hopefully they're going to bring them over to us now. Hoping it's an easy process and not too much paperwork.
Hello. How are you?
How are you?
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
The island only has a population of around 800 people, so we were a bit surprised that there were 4 government officials required to clear us into customs and immigration. With each country we visit, we never know exactly what the process will be or how much it will cost, but one thing we can count on is there's always lots of paperwork to fill out. Mostly information from our passports along with the previous ports we visited. But we are happy to do it as part of being able to explore these wonderful places. What did you think of that experience?
It was fine. Actually, they were really nice. They didn't ask as many questions as I thought they would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just sat there and let you guys do all the talking. I didn't have to say much.
They did take a bottle of wine as our tax.
Oh, really? I thought you were just being nice and giving it to them.
No, she
Oh,
asked
really?
for it. Yeah,
Oh.
that's okay. She
At
didn't
least
ask
she
for
took
the
the
vodka.
red. I like the white. So at least she took the red.
I like the red. But she didn't take the vodka, so that's good.
Should we offer to take 2 of them back?
You want to ride?
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Since we were officially cleared into Tonga, we were eager to see the island. As we rode in the car, we were told the story of the 2021 tsunami, which heavily impacted Tonga.
Let them come pick our mom because it might be the sea is look different. It's gonna be a look like it's gonna be a tsunami.
So where did you go to?
Up there.
Up to the
hill.
top.
Up
Okay.
there.
How long did you have to stay up there for?
For the whole day.
Brooke.
Yeah.
Chris.
Chris, nice to meet you.
Hannah. Hi, nice to meet you.
Thank you. Now you can try it.
Yeah, I haven't tried papaya before.
Papaya is good. It's almost like a cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Very good, thank you. Well, I don't know how we get ourselves into these situations, but when we went back to drop some of the customs officers off at the dock, the one woman asked if we wanted a ride into town and a little tour of the island, and of course we said yes. And we ended up at her house with her niece and her niece's husband and son.
And now she's taking us around the rest of the island for a tour. She brought us to the beach here to pick up some shells, and we're at the airport, and it's just a grass runway And an airplane only comes maybe twice a month, she said.
Yeah, people are so friendly. It's just so refreshing to see and
What a
to
welcome to
experience.
Tonga.
Yeah, what a welcome to Tonga, and what a great first experience for Hannah as well, I think. So, anyway, we're gonna get back in the car and continue our tour around the island.
Can
Yeah,
you
you're
actually
good.
swim in there? Yeah. You can swim. Wow.
Oh, that, the other side is open.
Oh wow, it's so clear. Our last stop was at this freshwater spring, where many people come to cool off. We then went by the hospital, drove around and looked at homes, and the police station before we were dropped back off at the wharf just in time for sunset and for the ladies to catch the evening service at church.
They've been here for what?
Go again and slow. Get back before church start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we will get the last singing of the
There you
church.
go.
Thank you. Bye.
It's very cool.
Although much of the coral on the shallow reef is dead, there was plenty of life above and below the water to explore. We walked around the shallow tide pools and were surprised to see so much life hanging about in only a couple inches of water. But it was this octopus who stole the show, hanging out munching on a crab before Gary startled him and he spit it out. Even though the reef wasn't as healthy as we had hoped, it was so good to see so much marine life calling this area home.
So today we've come over to the island here in Niu Tapu Tapu, and we're gonna go walk around and hopefully do a little hike to the highest point of the island to get a good view. It's absolutely beautiful here, and we're gonna take you around the island and show you Niu Tapu Tapu. Say it.
Niu Tapu Tapu.
Niu Tapu Tapu.
I think that was 3 different pronunciations, none of which were probably completely correct.
Okay, so one of their main sources of income, the women make mats here, and we'll put a little picture of what the finished mats look like. But right now, the women and men are out getting the material that is used to make the mats. So it comes from a bush, which we'll show you on our walk today, and they take it and they put it in the salt water to strip it of parasites and the color. So it's typically green. They leave it out there until it turns white, which is about a week. And then they take it and they soak it in fresh water for about another week, let it dry, and they repeat that process a few times before it's actually ready to weave. And when we were at Faya's the other day, when we first arrived, the women in there were actually weaving the mats. And she said a large mat goes for about 2,000 Tongan dollars, which is about 800 US dollars. So it's pretty expensive, and they export those to the main island of Tonga for resale. So the mats that she's pulling out right now, or I guess it's not the mats, it's actually the mat is the finished product. This is just the leaves that they're pulling out. This has been out here for 1 week.
One of the other interesting things about the mats is, I mean, they are expensive, or they seem expensive, but the ones that they weave that are the large ones take about 2.5 weeks to weave, and they'll take turns, so they'll rotate. They'll have like 3 women working on it, and one will work on it for a whole day. The next day, another woman will work on it for the whole day as well. So, and then they rotate until it's done.
It's really a community effort, which is really cool. We just made it to the first road in town, and the kids must be out of school today. And they were asking if we had any lollipops, but we didn't bring any lollipops, just bubble gum. But they seem to be happy with that. Yeah.
Well, we accelerated our way to the trailhead in the back of the police car. Always interesting ways to get around on these islands.
Like a sweaty pig right now. Whew. It was like a steep climb there at the top. But we made it to the ridge. Oh. And check it. Look at this. Standing at the top of the volcanic hill with over 500 feet of elevation, we could see all 6 square miles of Nuotapatapu. What an incredible view. Pretty steep on the way down this, so we're just kind of like almost have 3 points of contact at all times and staying low to the ground. The mosquitoes are brutal, and even though we brought bug spray, they are eating us. I'm trying to get down as quickly as possible.
So here's the plant that they use to make the woven mats.
Unfortunately, the policeman wasn't waiting for us at the bottom of the hill, but that's okay. We were happy to venture back by ourselves so we could take in the local vibes. Chilly. Oh, look at this little swim hole. This time when we passed the freshwater pool, we couldn't resist getting in, and it felt so good to cool off after our hike. And once again, as we started walking, it didn't take long before someone spotted us and offered us a lift back to the wharf.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll hold this. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
The last boat,
Apia, Samoa.
the next boat.
Vavo. What's that?
Middletown.
Middletown.
Great the towns.
Hi. As Hannah was quickly learning, it's the islands like Nuotapatapu that makes ocean sailing so special. Seasickness, sleepless nights, and rough seas quickly fade to a distant memory when you are welcomed so warmly into a foreign community and a new culture. Wow, it looks so good. As we sat down for dinner that evening, we chatted about our adventures and wondered what Tonga would have in store for us next.